Hello, I'm Jason Jarrett, the Love Encore Delivery Specialist for Dutch Miller Subaru, and I'm back again with another tech tip for you today. And by the way, if you do celebrate, happy Cinco de Mayo, because the day I'm shooting this, it is Cinco de Mayo. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? Hey, let's talk about the driver monitoring system. And this is going to apply if you have a newer Outback or Legacy. Now, if you have a limited trim model, it might be on there, it might not be, but hey, if you have a Touring, you're going to have it. So let's talk about first, what is the driver monitoring system? So you actually have a camera that is located above the touchscreen on the dash. Now what that camera does is it watches the driver. So it can do some things like if I'm driving and I'm like looking around and stuff, you'll have a message that'll come up in the center screen telling you to focus on the road. It can observe your face for signs of drowsiness. And for convenience, it can recognize up to 5 different drivers and remember where you like to keep your seats and your outside mirrors. So I'm going to show you today how to set that up in Outbacks and Legacies. Now you will find this driver monitoring system also in a Subaru Forester Touring model. I will have to do a separate video on that one because it's a slightly different process on how to set those up as well. Okay, now I am in a Subaru Legacy, a Touring model that has the driver monitoring system. Now, one little suggestion I always kind of like to make to everyone is like when I go to set this up, I would go ahead and get my seat and my mirrors where I want them to be at for my driving position, and then I would go through the process of setting it up. Now, if you're wondering where the camera is, you actually can see it right there. See that little light? That's right there is where the camera is located, okay? So now let's show you how to register a driver. Now, what I want to do on my touch screen here, I'm going to go into settings. Now at the top, you're going to have general, sound, navigation. I'm going to hit my arrow, phone, radio, car. Car is where you want to go. From that list, you will then see, it looks like it's a 4th one down, driver monitoring system. So let's pick that. And then from here, all we have to do is we're going to hit register a user. All right, so then you can register up to 5 drivers. So I'll just put myself in number 1. Now the car right now is telling me to, put my mirrors in my seats where I want them to be. So from there, all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit set. Now it's going to tell me to face forward until you hear a beep. And there we go, it beeped at me. All right, so by default, it's just going to call you driver A. So what I can do is I just hit that X, and then I can put my name in. All right, and I got my name in, and then I hit next. All right, now let's go bring on some icons here, and you just pick whichever icon you like. So I'll just stick with what's there, and then I hit finish. And now the car says, hello, Jason. So now when I would get into this car, that camera would be trying to scan my face, and when it would recognize me, it would then put the seats back and the mirrors back where I have them at. Now, let me go back in there. Now you might find yourself when you set this up, because like maybe you've just bought the car brand new, and you set it up, and then maybe later on just like, I kind of need to make some tweaks. I need to adjust the seat a little bit, maybe kind of tweak a mirror a little bit. You can still do that. What I can do is down below where it says register user, this is now highlighted up, lit up. It says update seat and mirror position. So I can actually hit that. And at this point, I could change my seats, the mirrors, whatever little changes I need to make, and then I can hit set, and then it will change everything to where I currently have the car set to. Now, one little tip for you when you go to set this up, when I got to that point where it said face forward until you hear a beep, occasionally the car might have some difficulties kind of like recognizing you. So a tip you can do is I can turn my head to like the sides a little bit and kind of try to look at the camera to kind of help it to pick up your face right there. But that right there is how you set up your driver monitoring system in an Outback/Legacy. All right, so there you go. There's how to set up your driver monitoring system. Now, a few last tips for you that you need to be aware of. There is certain things that can throw the camera off when it's trying to scan your face and recognize you. If you wear glasses It can see through those just fine. But if you are wearing sunglasses, if it can't see your eyes, that is going to keep it from working. To a certain extent, hats, they can affect it as well. Now, I scanned my face with this hat on and it got me, so you'll see it can work, but you know, hats can throw it off. Yeah, we have been living in, of course, a pandemic, and we've been wearing masks. If you do like happen to get in your car, like you've been at the hospital or a doctor's appointment, you're still wearing your mask, that of course is going to throw it off. You can even have things like sunlight. Sun could be shining in from the back of the car into the car, and it could be going right into the camera. Guess what? The camera's blinded, it can't see. And I think it's also a little funny that it's actually in the owner's manual, they mention about twins. If you have a twin and you set each other up, it could actually affect, you know, the car could have difficulties trying to figure out which twin it is. So if you have a twin brother or sister and you're both going to drive the car, you might have a few issues with the driver monitoring system recognizing you as well. All right, but thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, subscribe. I would really appreciate those things. Share the video if you think it can help anyone, to your social media. If you have any questions about your Subaru and you're wondering about anything in your car, hey, put a comment in those comments down below. Who knows, maybe the next time I will make a video about that. So again, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and happy Cinco de Mayo.